Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your host, CryptoSomniac, here to bring you everything crypto related where the rich never sleep. I am in Los Angeles, California right now. I do apologize. I thought I would be able to make videos while traveling across the country, and it was a bit difficult. I had no cell phone service for a lot of the drive. To my surprise, I have Verizon, and I did not think that would be the case. And then I was quite tired to make videos, I guess, at night. I did try to stay in contact with you guys. A lot of guys had asked me questions via the Telegram chat, and I was able to stay in touch with you guys that way. I also responded to all the questions I received on YouTube and in the Facebook group, and I tried to stay up to date with you guys as much as possible. But I do apologize for not making a video. But I have a lot of cool stuff that I want to share in this video. For starters, we actually will be talking about the Neo 2.0 and the Neo rebranding. I have just recently rebranded all of my content, so if you guys are part of the Facebook group, you'll notice that there's a new banner at the top. We've pinned some rules here, just some guidelines, some things that new members should take a look at. It's all of my information put into one spot. We also rebranded the Twitter with the new logo as well. We also had, if you remember the old icon, it was pretty crappy right here. If we refresh the page, it should have my new one, and you can see that. Now, I've also added one-on-one sessions upon the request of certain individuals in the group and in the community. I have added a link right here on my YouTube banner, and it will be in all of the videos in the descriptions below. But you can click on it, and it says that it's taking you to another site. Just hit OK. And excuse me, what it is a way for you to sign up to schedule one-on-one sessions with me. I made myself available Pacific Standard Time from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and I have 30-minute windows, so I'll be doing 2 a day in the beginning. Depending upon when you guys are available, let me know, and I can expand these hours. Maybe I'll have a night session as well. For right now, I'm just going to do 12 to 1, but let me know when you guys are most available. I do want to have a schedule for myself, so I would like to keep sort of the same operating business hours from a day-to-day basis. So check it out. What it is, it's $24.97. You get 30 minutes with me. You can book more than one if you'd like, another session if you think it's going to be a while. And what I do is I can share my screen with you if that's necessary, and you can ask me anything you want about crypto. We can go over charting analysis. We can go over how to set up a wallet, how to get your money off an exchange, how to open an account, whatever you need. I can walk you guys through it one-on-one, and I offer a money-back guarantee. So if I'm not able to help you, I'll refund you immediately after the course if I wasn't able to answer the questions you guys had. Or you can schedule another session with me free of charge, and I'll make sure that I find the answers out to your question if I wasn't able to answer them during our call. You can book that all right through Setmore. It's a really easy to use website. You go through, book your session with me. You'll be asked for a time. Just pick a date and a time, say 12 o'clock. You can sign in with Facebook, or you can create a new profile. And if I just go through it and say yes, in the comment section, I just want to ask you, can you please just give me a bit of detail on what the phone call might be about? If you're looking to, do you want to know how to use chart analysis? Do you want to know how to set up an account on Coinbase? Just give me a little bit of idea and a heads up so I can prepare myself a little bit before time. And you type that in, agree to the policy, continue, and you'll be taken to the next page where you'll fill out right now your credit card information. Right now, I do not accept cryptocurrency as a method of payment. I will be adding that shortly. For right now, only can use credit card, and I am sorry, but like I said, I offer a I offer a money back guarantee, so I can refund you immediately after the session is over if I'm not able to help you. So take a look at that. But without further ado, let's talk about cryptocurrency, what you guys all came for, because there is a lot of news to share, and it was kind of a crappy week to be traveling across the country. I wasn't able to even look at my Bitcoin cash that I had received up until just last night. I had my Bitcoins on my Nano Ledger S, and I wasn't really able to plug that into my computer while I was driving. I currently am without a laptop. I have to go buy a new one. My old one broke. But so a lot of new stuff. So first, let's talk about the market and the market cap. We are at $112.5 billion. We have resurged to some almost new all-time highs, and new all-time highs anyway as far as Bitcoin's price goes. But the market cap is doing very well. And I predicted this. I think after the fork was over, after all the dust had settled, people are now investing back into Bitcoin. And the same goes for basically the fork. The fork was a bit unexpected after we had locked in Segway. People are now that the fork is over, Bitcoin Cash has been out for about a week now. And the market is kind of going back to where it was before. I think a lot of major investors couldn't afford to invest in Bitcoin because there was a lot of uncertainty. There's a fork. No one knows what a fork means to the average user. So I really do think Bitcoin price will rise greatly over the next month or so. We saw something interesting. The Bitcoin dominance really resurged right towards the end of the month, as I think a lot of people sort of wanted to get into Bitcoin and claim some Bitcoin Cash because it was almost like free money. We got all these Bitcoin Cash coins. You received an equal amount depending upon how many Bitcoins you owned. So you saw a large swing, and now we're seeing a little bit of that being pulled back out, and it's going into some altcoins. And we're going to talk about Neo shortly. But just interesting to note. So the Bitcoin dominance was up around 50%, 51, a little over 51. We're sitting at 48 right now. And it's just interesting to note. Again, I think let's talk about Bitcoin's price. We are at new all-time highs right now. $3,253, and some change. And this I honestly expected. I expect us to be in the $4,000 range sometime in September. I think we're going to cross, $4,300 in the month of September. And something I would like to cover, I guess in a video next time or shortly hereafter, is there's basically a potential hard fork still coming in November. So I want to pull up a chart. Let me go to, what was it called? It's called the CoinDesk flow chart for Segway, or hard fork rather. Now, if you pull this chart up, you'll notice that we had Segway 2x locked in, and we are down here on the left. This is a graphic I went over a couple of times in prior videos, but we basically took this route here where Segway locks in and activates 2 weeks later. Now, we did not expect to still have the fork. That was basically a discrepancy in miners who still, despite having Segway locked in, wanted to create Bitcoin Cash, which is a different way of solving the scaling issue that Bitcoin has. Instead of activating Segway, they want to increase the block size from 1 megabyte to 8 megabytes. However, Segway has still basically a planned hard fork built into this path. It's projected that in November, there should still be a hard fork to increase the block size from 1 megabyte to 2 megabytes, and we could have yet another fork. So this wouldn't affect Bitcoin Cash, this would just affect Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin could again split into another coin, and we would have 3 coins total: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and then Bitcoin's fork again. And the scenario in which that would happen is if there is not 100% miner support on the 2 megabyte hard fork. So I to be honest, who knows whether this fork will happen or not, but this fork is a little bit different because it's anticipated. It was basically part of the plan. It's all part of the plan to have this 2 megabyte hard fork if we were to activate Segway. So the miners basically are aware of it. They know that this was coming, and I think most of them, if not all of them, that agreed to go with the Segway route instead of the Bitcoin Cash route, sort of are almost agreeing in anticipation of this hard fork, that they say, hey, yeah, that's okay, because they should be aware of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have a hard fork. I know 100% sounds like a lot, like everybody, but again, this was sort of built into the plan. The miners, or at least the miners should have known that this was, down the road in November, still a hard fork of increasing the block size from 1 to 2 megs. But we could very well have a split again. We could have another fork, and this would affect probably, despite whatever happens, I think this will affect Bitcoin's price come October-ish time frame. That being said, I think Bitcoin is still very bullish. I think we are going to be in the 4,000 mark come September. I also want to talk about Bitcoin Cash and why we've seen a little bit of this surge in price from Bitcoin. I think a lot of people are dumping their Bitcoin Cash. You can see it right here. A lot of the exchanges did not open up initially for Bitcoin Cash, or at least to deposit them. I had taken my coins off of Bittrex and Poloniex and Coinbase. I put them onto my Nano Ledger S, and you could not actually deposit. Some of the exchanges that are accepting Bitcoin Cash, like Kraken and Bittrex, were not accepting deposits initially. They just opened up deposits for Bitcoin Cash, so now I can transfer them from my Nano Ledger S to Bittrex and sell them. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. They're unloading their Bitcoin Cash. They sort of saw it as free money. They don't really agree with the project. They're not interested, and they want to stick with Bitcoin. So we've seen this big price in Bitcoin, and I mean, it just makes a lot of sense. You know, a lot of people didn't believe in the project, but they wanted the opportunity to have free Bitcoin Cash, as did I. I unfortunately was not able to unload any of my Bitcoin Cash during the week. Personally, I'm going to hold on to them. I think Bitcoin Cash will stabilize after it finds its bottom, and I think it will continue to rise gradually. I don't think it'll ever be anything compared to Bitcoin, but if we look at past history, Ethereum Classic and Ethereum Classic came out at about $1. It really sunk after the fork, and then it recovered and it stabilized near that $1 mark, and then it sort of rose gradually alongside Ethereum, just, you know, a lot further under it. So if you have Bitcoin Cash right now and you haven't unloaded, I'm gonna hold, I'm gonna hodl, I'm gonna keep my eyes on Bitcoin Cash. I think most of the unloading has been done already. It may drop a little bit more as people, you know, like I haven't had time to unload their money, but I think it will in due time rise. And I think, to be honest, Bitcoin Cash is a little bit more in line with Satoshi's white paper and what they sought out to do in the beginning. I think it agrees a little bit more with that protocol that is written in the white paper. If you take a look at it, I think Bitcoin Cash is more, it stays true to form of basically the original Bitcoin, despite being called an alternative name, Bitcoin Cash. I think Bitcoin, while it's still wildly more popular and has a lot of the more money in it, I think is almost like a diversion of the original Bitcoin, despite the name sort of reflecting otherwise. So I would love to go more in depth on this in later videos. I know I have a lot to cover here just because I haven't been online, but I also want to talk about Neo, because Neo is one of my favorite coins. I've been talking about it a lot recently in my previous videos. I covered the Neo update, Ant shares versus Ant coins, how to basically claim your Ant coins. They're now calling that Neo Gas, basically. You have Neo, which is the coin, and then Neo Gas, which you can earn basically a dividend on. You can earn money just for holding on to Neo. And I cover how to do all that in a previous video. Just check out my Ant shares versus Ant coins video. And basically, Neo is updated to Neo 2.0. I have this article up. I shared this a little bit with you guys right before I left. And I was a little disappointed at first, the Neo rebrand, because it seemed like nothing happened. Their website wasn't up to date, and the only thing I noticed they really changed was Twitter. But they were very transparent, released this article shortly after the update was supposed to take place. I think it was originally supposed to take place on July 24th. Yes, right here. But it takes a little bit of time to get all this stuff out, and they're very transparent. So if we go to their website, neo.org, you'll see that it really hasn't changed. They have left it as the same colors of Ant shares. They just removed it redirects, even antshares.org redirects you to Neo, and it's still blue. They removed the Ant shares logo, which I liked a little bit. He was kind of a cool guy, but they basically said everything will be up to date come August 8th. The website is being finalized. The final web pages of it will be all released on August 8th. Additionally, they're doing a bunch of things. The exchanges, blockchain explorers, and a bunch of other services are basically required to update to 2.0 come August 8th. The client will eventually be updated. You will be basically required to upgrade the client once all the consensus nodes are up to date. So you'll probably be prompted to do that if you sign into the Ant shares client, or I guess you could call it the Neo client. Once that update becomes available. Currently, I just logged on to my client a few hours ago, and there is no update yet, but once that is available, I'll go over how to do that. Additionally, you guys have seen the price rise, and I mean, I anticipated this. I called this before in my videos a while ago. Hopefully you guys got in. I think it's a little tricky to get in right now. We're at 1358 and it just keeps seeming to go up. So I'm going to cover some chart analysis on this probably tomorrow and talk a little bit more about it, because after the news, you want to buy the rumor, sell the news. You wanted to be in last week when I called this. You wanted to get in while it was still at $7 or $8, and it might be a good time to sell it come August 8th or 9th if you're into day trading. Now, if you're a long-term investor, there's nothing wrong with holding on to NEO long-term. I totally expect this to reach triple digits in due time. You have nothing to worry about. If you're worried about whether you should buy today, tomorrow, is it too high? If you're a long-term investor and you're thinking 3 to 5 years, which I do as well. I'm a long-term investor and a short-term investor. I trade on the weekly. I don't really like to day trade a whole lot. I like to analyze the market. I think day trading can be really difficult, but I do trade frequently. But I'm also a long-term investor, and I hold on to a lot of NEO. And I think it's a great investment long-term. So if that's your mentality, don't sweat it. Buy today. There's no reason why you can't. It'll be triple digits. You don't have to look at it. Just buy it, leave it there, and come back in a year. But if you're a day trader, stay tuned for some future videos. I'm going to be talking about maybe a good opportunity to short this. I'm also releasing in the future a signals group for September. So you can buy into basically this course or signals group, and what it'll be is an opportunity for you guys to basically know what I'm buying, what I'm selling, and we will cover Q prices, entry points, exit points, and it's really good for basically short-term investors, like daily trading or weekly trading. And I'll be working on that in the next couple of weeks. I will get that information out to you guys when it's ready. Additionally, if you're not someone who is a frequent trader and trades that much, I do have my course over on Udemy. You can get the full access to the course right now. I have a link to the description in the video below. And what it is, it's really good for beginners. It's a whole step-by-step guide on how to get invested in crypto. We go over the history of what blockchain technology is, where Bitcoin came from, its origination, how to invest in ICOs, how to do some chart analysis. I do want to apologize. This course, again, you get early access to the course right now. I was working on it and finishing it, and I anticipated hopefully to be able to have it finished basically by now, August 1st. I told a lot of students that it would be finished by August 1st, but due to me moving to Los Angeles, I had a great opportunity to be closer to crypto basically out here. There's a lot of young entrepreneurs and a lot of things going on with cryptocurrency in Los Angeles, and it was a great opportunity for me to move out here, and I was basically behind schedule. So I'm going to be working on finishing this course all this week, but right now you can get it for just $10. It will go up in price once it's finished. So take a look at it. Again, you'll get early access to it. You'll get access to the Telegram chat as well, where you'll be able to stay up to date with me. You'll be able to ask me questions on the go, on the fly. It's something that I can use on my phone, and I can answer questions like I've been answering all week. A lot of you guys were able to stay in touch with me while I was driving on that chat and ask me questions personally. So it's just a really easy way for me to respond to questions really fast. One other reason I actually forgot to mention on the NEO update and all the news this week, there was actually a tweet released by NEO on their Twitter that basically alluded to a partnership that they had with China's government. And then they actually deleted the post, and retracted a little bit on their statement and said that they were basically going to vet their tweets from now on. They're going to review them and make sure everything is clean and that there's no fake news or anything leaking basically. So it was interesting that they sort of retracted that tweet, and I think that's also another reason why we see a lot of bullish movement on NEO, because NEO is, if you look at their white paper, does have ties to China's government, and they would love to be able to work side by side. I think it's not unlikely that there actually is some sort of partnership behind the scenes going on right now with NEO and China's government, and that tweet might have just been early news, something they don't want to share right now with us. So that's another reason why you see the large rise in NEO over the past couple days. Again, I'm very bullish on NEO right now in the short term. We'll review things in the days to come, August 8th and the days after, but I'm bullish on NEO for the time being. Again, if you're a short-term investor or long-term investor, if you're a long-term investor, it doesn't matter whether you buy today or tomorrow. Oh, and lastly, I have not covered who won the crypto giveaway. So I was holding a crypto giveaway 2 weeks ago. I told anybody who retweeted or reshared my video on Facebook would receive the money I invested in one of the coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, or Litecoin, and would receive all the money that I earned in addition to that. I invested it in Litecoin. So I'm going to go into my Bittrex account and I'll show you guys. So as you can see, on that day, 7/24, I bought 0.44 units of Litecoin. It was basically $20, and I invested it again in Litecoin. And if you take that value now, let me type into my calculator how much that is worth. It was equivalent of 0.00721158 Bitcoins times the current price, 3311. My investment grew from $20 to $24. So I'm going to give that away to one person who shared or retweeted this video, or any of my videos basically, during the week. And let's go down, and I'm just going to pick one. Let me see. Let me look for one of the videos I had shared. We have right here one share by Carl Latchford. So, Carl, I'm going to post your name in the Facebook group. Please reach out to me and we will get you taken care of. I'm going to post a picture of that in the group. Let's go back to the top. Right there. Winner of the cryptocurrency giveaway. Carl, just get in contact with me and we will get you taken care of. Lastly, if you are not a member of the Facebook group, please join. We have a great community of people in this community. And what it is basically an opportunity for all you guys to share information, like-minded. Likewise, I've seen a lot of great posts while I was traveling the past week. A lot of you guys posed a lot of great questions, articles, things that were interesting. It was a great way for me even to stay up to date whilst traveling. Additionally, like I said, you can get my course over on Udemy right now. The links are listed below. Additionally, if you do not have a hardware wallet, I have links below in the videos, all of my videos, on how to get a Nano Ledger S, which is what I like to use for cold storage and storing my coins. You can get them right here, or you can go over to the hardware wallet Superstore, where they have the Trezor wallet, which is also a very great option. Additionally, you can consider becoming a Patreon or a sponsor of this channel. You can click here. What it is an opportunity for you to pledge money to the channel. What I do with that money is just reinvest it all back into the channel. I'm working on a website for you guys. Like I had mentioned, I have a scaling, or basically like a signals group and a package where you'll be able to buy into that on a monthly basis and be a part of a really great community. That's something that I'm working on for September. Additionally, I'm also having one-on-one sessions for you guys. I mentioned that earlier. You can go to the link in my videos below and schedule some time with me. If this time doesn't work for you, please just let me know when you might be available. Again, I'm going to try to have some night hours as well, because I realize not everyone's available to speak during the day. So let me know if this doesn't help. And as always, suggest videos that you guys are interested in. I'm going to be covering a lot of great stuff the next couple of weeks. And anything that you guys are interested in, if you have a topic that you would like me to cover, just shout it out. Write it in the Facebook group or on the YouTube chat or channel, and let me know. Additionally, donations are always accepted. Their donation links are listed here below. Again, every little bit helps. I'm really happy to be here in Los Angeles. I quit my job and I'm doing this full time for you guys now. So it really feels great to be able to give back to you guys. I have a lot of great things in the works, and thank you for all your guys' support. It's been fun so far. It really has. Some cryptocurrency is something that's is so young, and right now is as good a time as ever to get invested in it. And it's really a great opportunity to be here and be able to talk with you guys amongst all this great news. So stay in touch. Again, I'm going to be doing these videos daily. If you're not a subscriber already, hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. And I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Stay a cryptosomniac, because the rich never sleep.